Sometimes you ask yourself a question like, no, a question like, why does everything happen for a reason? Why does everything happen for a good reason, or why does everything happen for a bad reason? So this is the base of the episode one of Erase. And one thing I really want to say here is that this anime is kind of a little complicated for something I've seen for pretty much for a long time. That's basically what it feels to me. I do like a mystery anime. I really do like. Yeah, excuse me. I do like a mystery anime, and I really actually do. I think it's just really just something that it kind of makes you guess. It kind of makes you think like what's going to happen, like what's going to happen next, like what's going to go on and stuff like that, and this is stuff, and it's just like you're asking yourself these questions like what can I prevent this? Can I prevent that? Or anything like that. But even though with the main male character sees is I think he sees like this butterfly. It's kind of like it's something like that. I think he's the only one who can see it. I'm not sure. Maybe the mother can see it also too. So I'm not really actually 100% sure because even though I think he does have I think he has the power level, the power I think he has, the basis to go back in time, to go back in time. And I want to personally want to say this is that when somebody has the ability like that to go back in time, you want to be very careful about what you're using right there because going back through time, it's really dangerous. It's not something that's something that I don't think that everybody would really want to go back in time because that would disruption based on the present and also into the future also as well too. And just make things like this is make like yeah everything's gonna be okay and stuff like that. Like if you really believe like everything's gonna be okay, then yeah, like if you believe that, yeah, I mean depends how you do it. I don't think this anime is not like Back to the Future or anything like that. It's not really basically like that, but it does have a different standpoint about what we see basically this episode. Basically, in this based on this episode, it just kind of makes you ask the question. Now, there's few scenes I think some people would probably want to see what's really actually going on. Now, the first scene basically in the movie where you see the kid, having ice cream, and then I'm not so sure if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know. Anyways, so seeing a kid drop this ice cream or her ice cream on the ground, like when you get ready to go exit the store and stuff like that, and then like all of a sudden, then you see it again, and then like from the next scene, you see these balloons and stuff like that. You see the balloons are just been taken. They just took off, and like one of the kids got really upset. They cried because they wanted a balloon, and then after that, then like after it went back to the scene of the kid that had the ice cream, and then the ice cream fell on the ground, and then you also see the balloons with the woman that she has the balloons, and you can see it doesn't look like that she has all the balloons, but she only basically only had like a few. That was basically actually it, and that's basically what it feels to me. One thing I really want to say is that, but I want to go back to what I said. What I said is that basically if someone had that kind of power to go back through time, you got to be very careful when what you're using right there because like I said before, it's not something I don't think anybody should never even do or anything like that because if the government were to find that you had that kind of ability, they were probably going to use you as a lab rat and just say like, yeah, we're gonna go, we want you to go back to a time this time that and basically stuff. One thing I want to mention is basically like when you basically in those areas right there, basically the mother may seem like know what's basically what's going on, but she doesn't really know like 100% or like that because even though like the mother, she just got murdered, or I will say that she probably died or anything like that. One thing I wanted to mention is basically that with this guy with the black suit with the hand gloves and with the hat. I'm wondering like was this a setup to do against the MC? Maybe he doesn't like the MC, or maybe he does. We just really don't even know. We just don't even know. We just don't know like what he's really actually was doing. I think it was kind of like a setup kind of situation, and that's what it basically feels to me. Because when you see when you're seeing like the main and the MC where he opens the door, he goes back home, and then like all of a sudden he sees his mom laying on the ground, and you see like a knife is like stabbed right into her stomach or her chest, and then like all of a sudden the next door neighbor came by, because the door was left open, and then like the next door neighbor just burst out and just like cried in tears. Well, I wouldn't say like cried, but she just screamed and stuff like that. And then like the police starts to came and stuff like that, and you could just tell that the MC, he didn't do anything wrong. But the question is sometimes what people will probably ask like why would you kill your own mother? Why would you do that? Why can you do stuff like that and stuff like that? Why would you do stuff like that? Because well, let me just say this. Let me just say this is basically that when you see that kind of a situation, I've seen this all over the news, all over the time, just especially family betraying against families and stuff like that. It's not a common thing. It's just something a very sick idea that to really just debate just do stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying this is basically that because what it basically seems from here based on this episode, because he didn't really do anything to his mom, because he really did not. So how can like people can prove like what he did or anything like that. But one thing I really want to say here is that I'm still kind of curious about with the guy with dressed in black. I'm wondering like what is he doing? Like what is he really actually doing? I mean, nobody doesn't know like what he's really actually doing. No one doesn't know. No one doesn't know. But there has to be a very good reason why she was killed in the first place. Why did the guy kill her? Nobody doesn't even know. So we're just gonna have to wait and see like what's going on based on the same. Like I said, I do like a mystery. I do like it because it makes you guess. It makes you think about what's really actually going to happen and what seems based off though. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. You guys like this episode? You guys don't like it? Do you guys have a problem with the anime, or do you guys prefer to read the manga or something like that? I'd really love to hear what you guys say about that. But yeah, anyway, so I know I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you have a good day. Take care. God bless you. I love you guys. Be safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.